First, I want to agree with majority of you who said that this issue ought not to be discussed in the plenary. You have your constitutional powers, and you have to be very well versed with your constitution. At any point in time, the power of a legislator is in the abiding laws, and particularly the ground norm, which is the constitution. So if you're a chairman of a committee and you don't know how to use the constitution or your powers, you don't need to bring it to the plenary. All you simply do is to let us know that you don't know what to do, and we change you and give it to another senator who knows how to use. I'm mentioning this because some people take the job of the parliament in a joke. I must tell you that the only thing that evidences democracy is the parliament. In every government, you have the judiciary, you have the executive. But once you have the parliament, that is a democratic administration. The parliament, in law, has the power to turn a man into a woman and a woman into a man. And even this constitution, if you look at section 88, section 89 particularly, up to section 89C, it says that you can summon any person in Nigeria to give evidence at any place or to produce any document or anything in his possession or under his control. That is, your power is so wide. You can summon any person in Nigeria. These contractors are in Nigeria, whether they are foreigners or not. You can summon any person. And the powers are given both to the plenary as well as the committees. So even the committees have the powers to do so. But where your efforts fail, that's when you approach the speaker or approach the Senate president to say that we need to issue a warrant of arrest. And you must also indicate who is going to execute the warrant. Is it the police? Or is it an agency of EFCC? Or is it the DSS? We are lawmakers. I heard also Senator Jusakalo's submission was very clear. That is not only JB, that it extends to even heads of parastatals and ministers. Personally, I was a minister. There was never a time I was invited by the House of Representatives or the Senate and I did not appear in person. Because when I was in the A Senate, I hated the idea of ministers sending assistant directors to go and appear in the parliament. Luckily today, the president of the country is himself a former senator. The vice president is a former senator. Even the first lady, a former senator. There is no way you use your powers and they will not understand. And you have to understand that your attitude determines your altitude. If you do not exert your powers, then why then are we here? So since this matter has reached us, I believe we should go into the prayers and we should not discuss anymore. If the prayers are strong enough, there are prayers here. Well, the prayers are here. Distinguished colleagues, do we take a single prayer and avoid the multiple prayers contained herein, almost 6 of them, to say that this Senate do resolve to issue a warrant of arrest to the managing director of JV to appear before the Senate committee on works to explain what they have done with the finances of the federal government given under their control. If we have power to appropriate, we have power to oversight. We also have powers to follow the money to the letter. My opinion is that the discussion is totally unnecessary. We should have used 5 minutes to finish with this issue. The Senate has no business discussing a contractor. This also shows evidence of proper supervision by the ministry. So what we are going to do is that since we have summoned the company, and the company has rebuffed the summons of the National Assembly by implicating the Senate, then we should immediately take the next step of issuing a warrant of arrest to compel the managing director of JB to appear before the Senate committee. And then you fix a date. Those in support of this say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. So the Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria has authorized the Senate President to sign a warrant compelling the Managing Director of Julal Beja to appear before the Senate Committee on Works on a stated date to be so named. And then the report will be made available thereafter to this August Assembly, failing which we shall go further to do the needful as prescribed in the Nigerian Constitution. Those in support of the resolution say aye. Aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Yes, point of order.